Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well.
I'm doing well.
So in today's video, we're actually going to be moving the baby cows from the maternity paddock into the cattle yards. We did this a couple of videos back, but we were moving Miss Keller to the maternity paddock. The reason that we are moving them today is because our little bull calf, we've tried to castrate him with the castration band, but basically we're just putting a rubber band around his testes in the hopes of them cutting off the circulation and then just falling off. I'm sure there's probably multiple ways to castrate a bull. You could just cut his balls straight out, but with that you're sort of more likely to get infections and things like that.
Yeah, and we can't do that. We'd have to get someone in to do it.
We don't have the stomach to do that, and I think it's probably a bit more painful than the way that we're doing it. We have already put a ring on him. We used some little green ones and then we put it on this clamp, and then we pushed his nuts through there and then let that go, and the band just stayed on. When I was doing it, I tried to put the band up as high as I possibly could, just to sort of make it tighter up around the top, because if you put it low, it's sort of just gonna push between the arteries in his sac and stuff like that. So I was just assuming the higher we put it, the better it would be. But from what Michael's seen over the last couple of weeks, they are still hanging there, and we did that probably like 8 or 9 weeks ago, didn't we? Yeah, probably about 8 or 9 weeks ago, and they should generally fall off between the 5 and 6 week mark, and they haven't. So what Michael's done is he's gone to our local rural supply shop and we've purchased some more testy rings. These ones are completely different to the ones that we've used previously. This one is a lot thicker. So as you can see here, this green ring is the ring that we put on him originally. Did we put 1 or 2 on? We tried to put 1 on, it snapped, and then we put another one on, so he's only got 1. There is a huge difference in the size of these rings. The holes are about the same, but you can tell by this one that it's going to cut it off a lot better because it's so thick, whereas this one is really easy to bend. I think maybe this one's probably better suited for maybe like goats or smaller animals. So we're putting the band on this clamp, and then we're stretching this band all the way open. This makes me super paranoid that it's gonna flick off and get me in the eye. Like that, and then we need to somehow push his balls through that, clamp it on it and pull it off. This, I can already tell you right now, this is gonna work so much better than the last one because it is so much tighter and thicker. It's gonna cut off a bit more of the circulation. The only issue that I have with doing it is obviously you're really close to his back legs. His balls are gonna be bigger than the size of this band, so I'm actually gonna have to clamp it and try and push his balls through it. And his balls, I'm telling you, are gonna look nasty because they've already started dehydrating from being cut off. So that's what we're going to do with him. We've also got our pour on. This is the one we're using. We generally sort of use different ones each time, don't we? Yeah. No special reason we're using this one. We don't use an organic one, we just use one that we hope will do the job. Pour-ons are generally used for
lice, cattle ticks, and internal parasites like worms and things. It also helps with buffalo fly as well, which at the moment we don't have.
We're hoping that we'll be able to move them all in one clean sweep from the yard to the cattle yards. We don't have fences yet, we still got that real dodgy setup. If you have had any dealings with doing any type of castration, please leave your experiences in the comments, not just for us, but for other people who might be interested in learning or need some tips on ways to do it.
And that's castration of animals, not yourself.
That's castration of cows, not your husband. All right, let's go. I can't even see his balls. Come on, big boy. Come on, big boy. Good job. You're looking very brown there, my friend. There's a lot of dangles.
Maybe that's what I saw the other day.
Maybe you saw a dangleberry, not a ball sack. That first section. Now he might be to kill a lot of crap up in here. See that? Yeah. It's gone. There's absolutely no sort of redness, no discharge or nothing. No discharge, no redness. Looks like it's closed up. Pretty good.
Good.
Thank God we don't have to put that other band on, because I was already thinking this is going to be a nightmare to try and push his balls through. So, this little man is officially a steer. He is a steer. Basically is a boy that doesn't have his balls. So he's a steer. Our ultimate reason for castrating him was obviously because we don't think there would have been a market for him at this time. Australia, for most part, is still in drought. Nobody was going to be buying him, and we didn't want to have to steer him when he was older. Don't even know if you really can, but basically, you can?
You can steer at any age.
Oh, well there you go, you can steer at any age. But we also wanted to put some meat into the freezer. Whether or not we do this one being our first boy or not, I'm not too sure. He is a really placid little dude. I don't know, I think if we were to eat him, it would sort of be a little bit too difficult because he's such a cool little dude. That's alright. We're going to have plenty of babies. I think we're going to have like 5 or 6 babies by the end of the year, so.
That's nice. I love
There will be definitely a time when we can butcher and eat our own, but this little guy, I don't think we're going to do that. Another one up.
Come on. Good girl. Good girl. Come on. Good girl, hey?
So we're just pouring this into a separate bucket and then syringing it out of the bucket. So you just can't put the syringe in there.
So the dosage rate is 1 ml per 10 kilos. Just hold it upright because it'll leak out.
Here we go. 35 mils for Miss Queen Bee. Our first ever Bilkara baby.
So 35 ml is probably a bit more than what she is, because she'd be like 350 kilos. She's not that heavy, but it's better to go a bit over. We know Miss Keller is was 310 when she arrived, so she's probably around 320 or so, hopefully. So she'll go the same amount, but it's better to do over than under. So
it's not gonna hurt them at all?
No.
Right. Are you too big to turn around now? Are you too big to turn around now? Oh, that feels weird. You can feel it, don't you? Just be careful too when you're doing it with their tail, because they flick their tail when they sense it on them, that they don't whip it and then splash it up onto you or your eyes or... There we go. All done.
So easy.
Oh, just stepped in feet.
Alright, I'll let her out. Excuse me, Reese.
Shout, Reese.
I'm letting her out.
Right. All the way open.
Ow.
Big muscles. Thanks, Queenie.
Do it.
Go.
Alright, close it back up.
Miss Keller.
That includes you, Michael. Come on. Good job.
Hello, darling.
There we go. She's all done.
Come on.
We got our 25 mils for Little Miss Quick Step here.
Let me have a check.
25. Perfect. All right.
Oh, she did it. We got a 3.
That's it.
She's like,
She's all good to go.
hey, Bree! We love you so much.
All right. So we are done and dusted. That was a lot easier than I honestly thought it was going to be. How about you, Michael?
Yeah, because we'd have to do the nuts. It was good.
Yeah, I'm really happy that that's gone off. So obviously because it was the smaller ring, it's just taken a bit longer for them to drop off. But like I said before, where it looks really good. We don't have to worry about that getting infected. All right, now we're gonna go into the paddock and see if we can find some balls. No, we're not going to do that. You didn't find that funny? You didn't find it funny?
I was a bit shocked. Because I don't know if you're being serious or not.
Could you imagine if we actually were able to find his balls? That would be so gross. Anyway, we're going to leave them just sit in here for a little bit, like 5 or 10 minutes, just so they can sort of chill out. We'll go back up to the shed, grab some more pellets so we can lure them back into that paddock. And then that's it for us. We'll call it a day here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something. Don't know if we can teach you anything because we don't really know what we're doing, but maybe if you're planning on castrating one of your bulls, maybe go for a thicker and a sturdier band. It might drop off quicker. But either way, that band worked fine. So we're on Instagram. We're on Instagram at the Bilkara Homestead. We're also on Facebook at the Bilkara Homestead. So if you are loving our videos, then feel free to jump over there and check us out there. It's been a fantastic day. We will see you next time. Bye bye.